Hey friends, welcome to Let Love Rise, and this is the new moon in Aquarius video, and today we are going to talk about riding the dragon. I was going to say facing the dragon, but oh my goodness, we have so many new energies coming our way. They're being ushered in by this new moon. Perhaps you've already even felt it this week. I know I have. I know I have been facing some fears in a most unexpected way, and that is absolutely the energy right now. There are things in our lives that are being removed. There are things that are going to be stripped away, and what I find important and fascinating about astrology is how it helps me to kind of settle into that energy and just kind of have like a little bit of a heads up, like, hey, this is coming and this is, what is present, whether it's personal. So we'll talk about where it is affecting you personally and collectively, because Aquarius is the 11th house of astrology, and that rules over the collective. So let's talk about that. What you want to identify in your birth chart, if you know your birth chart, is 21 degrees of Aquarius. That is where this new moon is happening. And why this new moon is particularly potent and powerful is because for the very first time in our lifetime, in hundreds of years, this new moon is going to conjunct Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So Pluto just moved into the sign of Aquarius, and right now, the moon is going to conjunct and pass it. Earlier this week, Mercury came through, past Pluto. Early next week, Mars will do the same. It's going to pass that 0 degrees point with Pluto. And then Venus. So all of our personal planets, by the way, all planets are direct right now. Last year, there were so many planets in retrograde in 2023. Every planet is direct right now, and our personal planets, the moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, are all passing by this 0 degree point in Aquarius, which is ushering in new energies. We have never experienced this in our lifetime. So you are looking at kind of a bigger picture of what's true for you now. What do you want? There is the collective energy, but it's also really about who you are and looking fear, I know, in the face. And it's not, it's not fun work to do. However, it's essential. I always go back to the quote that Maya Angelou said about when you know better, you do better. And what astrology offers is an opportunity for us to understand what is happening in our cosmos, in this beautiful, oh my goodness, I just look at the sky today. It's just beautiful. A little chilly. But when we understand what's happening out there and how it affects us down here on Earth, it just gives you the opportunity to be like, okay, so things are going to be leaving my life right now that are no longer serving me. And it's really important to understand, because I know when my world fell to pieces back several years ago, and I was looking at the ashes of my life, I was like, why is this happening to me? And what I realize now is that it didn't happen to me, it happened for me, right? Things needed to be stripped away from my life so that I could become the person who I am today, and so that I can create the things that I'm creating and step into my true authentic power and what I was created here to do, which I think is what I'm doing right now, sitting here in the cold chatting with you. But first, things need to be destroyed first. And you have to look fear in the eye. And here's what I also am kind of tripping out on, is that the day after the new moon, so the new moon is happening on February 9th. I'm not sure if I said that, but that's when this video is going live anyways. So February 9th is the new moon, and it is the beginning also of the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year. On the 10th, it is the celebration of the year of the dragon, the year of the wood dragon. And there's so many people that talk about slaying the dragon, like, yes, we're gonna go and we're gonna slay it. It's like, no, you don't need to slay the dragon. You need to tame the dragon. You need to befriend the dragon. You need to look fear in the eye, because that dragon is going to be a protector, right? And that's what fear is. Fear does want to protect us. Fear wants to keep us small, keep us safe, keep us comfortable, stay in the known. And I tell you what, like, the energies of the universe are like, no, we're done playing that game. We're on to something new here in this age of Aquarius. And here it comes. We are opening the door to this new beginning. So that dragon that we see on the other side of the door is like, like, it's scary, but like, just sitting with the dragon, looking it in the eyes, understanding where that fear is coming from, and allowing that fear to become the fuel for you shining your most courageously authentic life in this world, because the world needs you and your light. The world does not need you to play small. Nobody wants you to play small. Not your friends, not your family, not your community, your coworkers. We all need to be showing up fully, courageously, authentically ourselves. And this energy is going to assist. That's, I keep reminding myself when, like, things like just feel off and I'm like, oh, why do I feel this way? And why am I having such a hard time? And a long time ago, I learned that why is not really a great question to be asking. The better question is what? What am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this fear that is creeping up with me and making me want to just like crawl under a rock and put the covers over my head and just be like, forget it, just forget it. But I'm reminded of the goddess Kali, the Hindu goddess Kali, who is the mother of the universe and the creator. And she asks us all, like, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to release? What is holding you back? What is keeping you from moving forward? And some of those things are just going to be stripped from us and taken from us, and it's painful and it hurts. And it is also for us. It is for our soul growth evolution. So this is like a big initiation time. And with this new moon, it's going to be revisited later. So are you following your passion? Are you truly listening to the inner voice within you, the dreams that are bubbling up inside of you and that are just wanting to be born, to be birthed, to be released into this world? Because that is what the world needs. We need you. We need you from a collective and a personal standpoint. So let me see what stays and what goes. That could be a good song. Should I stay or should I go now? But rather like what stays and what goes in this new moon. Yeah, for me, a lot of what needs to go is some ego. Yeah, some of that can be stripped away for sure. Some of that fear of letting people down, that needs to go. So as I said, this new moon is happening at 0 degrees of Aquarius, where Pluto is, and then Mercury, Mars, and Venus are all joining. So you could think of it, Molly McCord is some just an astrological mentor of mine. And if you want to really go in a deep dive, like check out her YouTube channel. She has tons of teachings for free. She's absolutely phenomenal when it comes to intuitive astrology. But she was talking about thinking about all these planets that are moving past Aquarius is kind of like the hero's journey. Right, so the hero's journey begins with Mercury, who just, I think it was on Monday the 5th, passed that 0 degrees point of Aquarius. So that's the initiation. Mercury is the starter of this journey. And then Mars is passing through next week. I believe it's going to be on the 13th. And Mars is like the warrior, the like, let's go find the dragon, let's go face it. But then Venus comes through, and Venus, with her loving power and her beauty, she is like what went under a massive retrograde over the summer in Leo, in the sign of Leo. So Venus comes through like a transformed self, like a rising up. And you know me, I resonate with the Phoenix rising. So that's kind of how I see this hero's journey, all of this stuff. But there's so much stuff, stories, patterns, cycles, people, jobs, places, habits, that if they're no longer serving you, it's time to say goodbye. And you can willingly step into this energy and be mindful of the hard things that are coming up, and just know that this is for me, this is growing me, this is giving me the upgrade, this is going to propel me forward on the next step in my hero's journey, because we're all, right? We are all the hero in our own life's journey, and it is going to be what is necessary so that I can move forward in a way that is more authentically mine and uniquely me. So, all of that being said, if you'd like a little bit more on this new moon, I will be hosting a virtual live new moon circle tomorrow on February 9th at 10 a.m. And with it, there's going to be a guided visualization about the dragon. So if that is something that speaks to you and you have time, it's going to be at 10 a.m. on Friday, February 9th, just before the actual energies of this new moon activate. You're welcome to join me. You can find information on letloverise.com under the events page. The other thing is that if you really want to dig into your divine light and your divine being, and understanding how you are authentically made to shine and experience your full goddess self, I invite you. Now, there's a caveat. Women only for this retreat. I invite you to the Gathering of the Moon Goddesses. That is going to be happening in just a few moons from now. February 22nd, that is the Thursday, the February 23rd, 24th, and 25th in Garden Valley, Idaho. Everything is included. You just got to get yourself to Garden Valley, Idaho. Delicious food from the Dancing Chef vegetarian cuisine. You're going to have one-on-one sessions with me to harness your lunar power and to tap into your guiding moon goddess. Who knows? Maybe it's Kali. I know she has been fiercely connected with me for the past year. Perhaps it's who knows who it could be. But you will choose your guiding moon goddess, and we will have a full moon circle and spirit flow celebration. You will also have some mini sessions where you're going to receive beautiful Reiki attunement and crystal healing with Burma Naylor of Wanderlust Reiki and Malas. And finally, as if that weren't enough, you're going to get a personalized star mantra with Brandy Wolf of Golden Alchemy Meditation. So you'll get 3 mini sessions. There's going to be hot springs. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be downtime. There's going to be reflection. There's just going to be an amazing community of women. So if this speaks to your goddess soul, I hope you'll join us. The Moon Circle is included. It's on our retreat Facebook group. There is a fantastic playlist, of course, to accompany this new moon and this new moon, full moon, this whole cycle. And then finally, I just want to close today with the song for this new moon, and it is The Calling by Amber Wild. I'm going to have to double check that name. She's a newer artist to me, but it's a really beautiful song. It's pretty short and sweet. And as a part of my new moon's ceremony tomorrow, and ritual, it is an invitation to listen to the song, see what comes up for you as she sings the words that resonate. Perhaps it's the melody, and I have some prompts and a ritual for you if you would like to dive in deeper. Be a mermaid, dive in deep into these energies. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready for the upgrade, ready for the new beginnings, ready to step courageously into your most badass, beautiful, authentic life. I am here to support and encourage you along the way. If you do not receive yet letters from Luna and are not on my mailing list, Why not? Get on my mailing list today and you'll get weekly letters from Luna, just a little note of encouragement, and then you'll be informed of any upcoming events and cool things that are happening. I'm collaborating like crazy with a lot of beautiful souls in the area, so there's just gonna be lots of great information for you there. So if you want more, please join the Let Love Rise community and have a beautiful new moon week. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you've liked this video, subscribe to my channel, share it wildly with your friends. Let's share the light, and like the phoenix rising, we are gonna let love rise, and we're gonna allow this transformation to take place, not from fear, but through a place of courage. Courage is being scared as hell and doing it anyways. Because, you know, it's a beautiful ride, this life. Might as well enjoy it, perhaps from the vantage point of a dragon. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.